Coming up on today's show, a lady shares how God helped her and her family as they faced a tragic event in their lives.
One of my friends got a phone call, and she said something's happened to one of the kids. And they said, Evan's in the water. And I'm like, what do you mean he's in the water? And they said, we tried to get him and we couldn't get him out. And it was just so mind-boggling. And I'm looking at this big body of water and thinking, how can this be?
Friend, let this episode encourage your heart today. Our Grace family starts now.
Welcome to Our Grace family. Thank you for joining us. I'm Reverend Steve Millar, a minister here at Grace Cathedral, and this is my lovely wife, Kathy. On today's show, we have a longtime member joining us.
Welcome to the show, Wanda. We're so excited to have you with us today.
Thank you.
And before you became a member at Grace Cathedral, can you just kind of share with us a little bit of your background, what you came out of, and how the Lord set you free?
Yes. I came into the ministry at the age of 29, and before that I had searched for the Lord for so many years and had no idea that there was a true salvation, that you could live free from sin. I didn't know any of that. The church that I grew up in, they didn't teach that, but they honored God with what they knew, but they didn't have the true foundation of Jesus. And my parents, they honor God with what they knew as well. So I knew about God, and I would talk to him sometimes, but I didn't have anything to hold on to. And so my life, after I became a teenager, and I believe the Lord was dealing with me, and I just started searching. I was searching for truth, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Even in high school, there was no one who could bring me truth. And when I went to college, I searched. I went to churches on every corner, and I couldn't find truth anywhere. I didn't even know it existed, but I was looking for it. And I would take off walking on Sunday morning, going to a church here and one to that corner, and just wherever I could find a church, I was going, and I never could find.
You weren't satisfied.
I wasn't satisfied. I never could find and I didn't know if there was even a reality of God.
Were any churches close to almost the truth for you, or no?
There was one that I thought, because it was the people that I was looking at. And there was the preacher who ended up, I saw him smoking a cigarette, and I knew that wasn't right. I used to smoke, and I didn't want to smoke. I wanted to be delivered from smoking. And I smoked for 10 years, and I would look at that cigarette and wonder how it had power over me to make me go walk in the rain to get it, and I'm thinking, how is this happening? How can this be that you make me walk in the rain to get you? But I did see him smoking, and I thought, no, that's not right. So I just gave up on it. So I gave up pretty much on, at that time, searching for truth. And it came to a point where my sister had invited me to Grace Cathedral, and I told her no for a whole year. She asked me to come, and I said, no, I don't want to go. And so my children would go with her, or my daughter at the time and her children, and the kids would go with her, and they would ride the green bus that we had back then, and they were excited to go. And one day I went to her house, and she says, well, why don't you go with us? I said, no, you guys go ahead. And she said, come on and go. And the kids were like, yeah, come go. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And they said, please, Mom. They start jumping up and down. And so I said, okay.
How could you resist?
Right. So I went with them, and I rode the bus with them. And the bus was so quiet, but they were singing. And it was so special. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. How they were singing songs until we got there. I don't even remember anything, the time that it took to get there, because it was different. And after we got to Grace Cathedral, I walked through the doors, and I just started looking around, and I was like, wow, this feels different. This is different. And I had finally come into something that I was looking for. Didn't know what it was yet.
But you could
knew.
feel it, feel it.
I could feel that it was very, very different. I didn't know, but it just felt like God was there.
Yeah, you didn't hear one word preached yet or anything. You just knew.
Right. I hadn't heard anything. And after I walked in and we had our seat, Reverend Angley at the time was preaching about this being the final hour. And I really thought that he meant that something was going to happen right then. And I thought, oh my goodness, what about my mom, my dad, my family? And I didn't even know what he was talking about, but that came to my mind. And it was like I had almost become a soul winner already, you know. But my parents, my mom, she would pray in the morning and she would pray at night, but they just didn't have the reality of God. And it was just like me, as I searched, I'm sure they were searching too. I remember my dad, he had gone to a church, and I remember our family, all of us, we were leaving out, and he turned around, he said, they're just a bunch of hypocrites. And he never went to church after that, you know, but my mom she would take us to church.
So they just didn't know the full Bible truth.
They had no idea that you could really live free from sin.
So Wanda, you're at church, altar call. Did you get saved, or how'd that go?
The first time that I went, my sister wanted me to go up for prayer. And I told her, there's no way I'm going up there. And I saw those cameras, and I thought, no way, I'm not going up there. And so I was drawn back to come the next week. And I came the next week, and she was, come on, let's go up for prayer. She said, don't you want to stop smoking? And I thought, I did want to stop smoking, you know. And I said, well, literally, the Lord just picked me up out of that seat, and I went up for prayer.
And you needed help.
I needed help, and he got me there, and I'm sure he had worked for a long time to get me there. And I went up, and Reverend Angley, he says, are you saved? And I said, yes. You know, I thought I was saved. And he said, do you smoke? And I said, yes. And then that's when he prayed with me and cast that spirit out, and he said the sinner's prayer, and I was so set free. It was just unbelievable, the power of God that came upon me. And I was the happiest person on this earth at that time. It was wonderful.
And your deliverance was instant.
It was instant.
You didn't have to fight.
I didn't have to
smoking.
fight. It was just a whole different world had come. And it was like the world was lit up, you know, with God had opened my eyes.
And that started you on the journey to serve the Lord, and you've done so many things since then. You've gone to the mission field to be a soul winner for Jesus.
Yes.
Sunday school teacher.
You're also a
Yes, it's
Sunday school
wonderful.
teacher. So you've been part of the ministry now for how long?
It's been about 34 years.
34 years.
Yes.
And then, of course, you raised your daughter.
Yes.
in
She's here,
the
and
ministry.
she loves the Lord.
And she had a child.
Yeah, she had a son.
And this brings us to the story that what you really had to face with your grandson.
Yes.
Something happened to him.
Yes.
And we want to go into that story.
Okay.
So if you can lead us
Yes,
through
we
that.
were invited to go on a vacation with some friends. And I had decided, no, I don't think I want to go. And I just didn't feel like I wanted to go. And they came back maybe a week later and said, well, we still have room. Don't you guys want to go? And my daughter and my grandson, they wanted to go. And they had told them, yeah, we'll go. So.
And how old was your grandson at this time?
He was 13.
13.
13 years old.
So, of course, that was exciting.
Well, actually, he was 14. I'm sorry. Yeah, he had turned 14. But I just didn't feel led to go on that trip. And they had decided to go. And then I thought later, and I thought the Lord was moving on me to go. Well, I better go, you know, and didn't want to, but I went. And so we drove to Myrtle Beach, and it took about 8 hours or more to get there. So we had been on the road that long, And we got there, and everybody was excited. They were all getting together, and the kids, they were excited to get to the water.
So there was a big group of you.
Yeah, there was quite a few of us. And they had decided to go swimming right away. And so some friends and I, we had decided they wanted to go eat, and they invited me to come, and I said, okay, so I went with them. And no sooner than we sat down to be served, one of my friends got a phone call. And she said, something's happened to one of the kids. And I looked at her because I had this kind of really not so good feeling. And I thought, is it Evan? And she said, yes. And it was like.
So at this point, you didn't even know what had happened. I didn't know
what had happened. So we were headed back that way and it probably took like 5 to 8 minutes to get there.
And you had concerns about, Evan's safety throughout all this already.
Yes, and I had, warned a couple times to watch out for him, but.
Your daughter, Kamara.
Yes. And after we got back to the water, and we got there and I looked around and everybody was just standing around, and my daughter had this look on her face like it was a look of horror. And I thought, and they said, Evan's in the water. And I'm like, what do you mean he's in the water? And they said, we tried to get him and we couldn't get him out. And it was just so mind-boggling that it just took me a minute to, gather all that in. And I'm thinking, he's in the water? And I'm looking at this big body of water and thinking, how can this be,
And he's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and he wasn't, they had been there since, I don't know how long it had happened, but for them to warn us, because I'm sure they were fighting to get him out, trying to get him out. But I stood there and I thought, well, my mind was just gone. And so I just started talking to the Lord, and I'm like, Lord, well, what is this? What's going on? And he told me, he says, well, I brought Jonah out of the water. I can bring him out. And I just threw my hands up and fell on my knees and just started praising God. And one of the people came back from the hotel and had talked, the beach house, and they had talked to Reverend Ainsley on the phone. And he had also told him the same thing, that he brought Jonah out, he can bring him out.
So
and it was just.
Yeah, you knew that was confirmation from the Lord.
Yes.
He had given you that thought.
Yes.
And then you received that message from the preacher.
And how much time was already?
It was probably like 20 minutes by then.
By then that he had already been in the water.
Yes.
Well, before you go into the rest of the story, we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
So friends, stay with us. You're not going to want to miss the rest of the story. We'll be right back.
Psalm chapter 121, verse 1. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
Our Grace family is supported by viewers like you. Your donation is greatly appreciated. Your financial gift ensures that this faith-building program can continue to be a blessing to you and your family, and to many others just like you.
We're back with Wanda, and she was telling us how she was at Myrtle Beach with her grandson and her daughter and many friends, and her grandson was under the water for 20 minutes at Myrtle Beach.
Yes, and by then it was starting to get dark, and there were people all over, and there were just groups of people, and people were praying.
Total strangers.
They were total strangers, and because everyone had come, whoever was at the beach had come to the water, and there were beach homes all along the water, and all those people were out there, and there were just people praying, and our group, they were praying, and I was praying, and all of a sudden.
Were there paramedics there too?
Yes, there were paramedics
and they
there.
Had the flashlights?
The paramedics had come, and by then it was really dark. It was dark out. They had flashlights, and they were going back and forth across the water, and for a while they couldn't find him.
How much time has passed by now?
By then it was probably like 40 minutes. or it was actually longer than that. It was a long time. And when we finally figured out, it was over an hour that he had been under the water. And
you're just, everybody's praying because they want to see him back.
Yep, we want to see him back. And there was no way I just probably would be at that beach right now if he hadn't come out. But all of a sudden.
And God gave you that thought.
He gave me that.
About Jonah.
He brought Jonah out. I can bring him out. And after a while, someone screams, "I see him. I can see him."
And this is after an hour?
This is after an hour. And we have it recorded, from the time that they went to the beach house to call. And it took them time actually to get there to call Reverend Ainsley on the phone. And here he comes. He's floating on his back coming towards the shore. And the paramedics are running. They're running to get him. And they got him and put him on they just laid him out and they started working on him. And
everybody's praying.
Everybody's praying, and they're just working on him. They probably worked on him for a good 10 minutes. And they said, "We got a pulse."
Amazing.
Wow.
And I just couldn't believe it. It was just so powerful.
It's like God just served him up with his hands
and
right
he came
back
right
to you
to
guys.
us, because when you're in the water and that water's moving, usually you're going further down.
Right.
Yeah, because there's a big undercurrent that just takes you down.
And with the wind, it's taking you, it's moving. And even sometimes when we're swimming, sometimes we're in the water and the next thing we know, we're way down here, and like we were up there. And that's just,
right.
having
So you knew it
more
was God.
control of your body. But the Lord brought him right back to us where we were standing. And the paramedics ran out and got him. And they worked on him, and they got a pulse. And it was so wonderful, It was just a miracle. That was all-out miracle after he had been in the water that long.
And what relief to have him back with you. But
yes.
that's not the end of the story.
It wasn't the end, no. And so we, all went to the hospital, and they worked on him there and had him all set up. And
he was probably on life support.
Yes, he was on life support. We knew that, the paramedics were telling me, well, he's not out of danger, and he could go anytime, And
he wasn't responsive, correct?
No, he was. They worked on him, and God just the time that we were there, God just would bring different things, and he would just get more movement and more of his body functioning, and it took a while, but we just continued to pray. And in my mind, I just knew God could bring him completely out if that was his will, because there's so many scriptures in the Bible and stories in the Bible where people came back to life and they were normal. And so I believed that God could do that, and I knew he could if that was his will. I was holding on.
What I love, Wanda, is you're telling us that you were able to witness to people.
Yes.
That because there was other kids in that same condition, or not in that same condition, but in, the families were struggling with whatever illness they had.
There were so many suffering, and different ones coming in. And since we were there for so long, we were able to talk with those people, and we would see them every day because they were there, some of them as long as we were, and we were all in the same area. And so that gave us an opportunity to pray with them and to witness to them that God can help you. And many of them, they said the sinner's prayer. Even they got, it was amazing what God had done.
And I believe the Lord, by you doing that was really helping you too.
He was.
Because when you're talking faith, it lifts your faith up.
Yes.
Okay, for your loved one. And then on top of that, you're winning souls for the Lord.
Yes, and my daughter, it really helped her because she was there witnessing everything, and she was right there along with me as, talking to people, handing out the magazines, and all of the workers that would come in the room to clean. I mean, everybody got something that we came in contact with pretty much. God just continually worked, and so we were there for like I said, at least 2 weeks.
How did God work everything out to make it back to Ohio?
We had one of the doctors, he wanted to take the life support off. And I was determined, no, we can't do that. We can't do it. So we kind of fought with him for a while, and I just couldn't hear it. I just had to listen to God and the way he was going to direct us. And there was another doctor, after a while that God brought to us, and he was able to help us through a different insurance company, and we were able to get him a life flight back to Ohio. And that was another miracle, because God was just working miracle after miracle. And we were just blessed, to be able to get him home, because I couldn't imagine coming back home with him gone, and I was like, no, that can't happen. So
during this time too, he's still comatose, he's not responsive, still on life support, but he was life flighted back to Ohio. So what happened once you got back to Ohio?
We got back to Ohio, and they just started working with him, and more signs and different things happening, and we talked to him and tears would roll, so he could hear us.
He could hear you.
Yeah, he knew what was going on, but as we were there, my daughter, she was pretty much, the devil would just try to torment her, and it was God used me continually to keep her lifted up, and God can do anything, all the miracles in the Bible, if it's God's will. But by then it was at the point where they were going to take the life support off, and so they took the life support off. It was scheduled, and he lived for a whole full, I know it was at least 24 hours, and his oxygen level was up 100%. So they were all amazed.
So at that point, you thought he's going to make it and come out of it?
I wasn't sure, because they said that his throat could swell from the trach that had been there, because it had been there for so long. And they said that if it would swell up, that he wouldn't be able to breathe. And so we knew that was a possibility. And
but you were putting it in God's hands.
We were putting it in God's hands, and God was preparing us. He was getting us ready for what he was going to do. And we didn't know what that was. We didn't know if it was going to be an all-out miracle. Well, it was an all-out miracle either way, the way I see it, because when you have Jesus and you're serving the Lord, we don't die. We live forever. If you have that inside of you, and the power of God was there for him. And that evening, it was the next day, and everyone had come, they had come to the hospital, and he lived for maybe like 8 hours that day, and he started declining. And we were just there rejoicing and pleading the blood, and the power of God was there, and it was amazing, what God was doing. And then even after he did pass away, and it was not like, we were sad. At least my daughter and I, we were just, she was shocked, of course. But to me, it was like, wow, he's with Jesus now. He's with Jesus. He's seeing Jesus.
He was ready to go.
He was ready.
But I think God had to get you guys ready.
He had to get us ready. And I really believe he was ready. And God had prepared him. And so he prepared us, and he did a mighty work. And it was just, I was so thankful of, how God took care of us and looked out for us that way. It was just wonderful. And Evan was such a good kid,
Yes.
He wanted to serve God.
And he was very active in the church.
Yes.
He was in the bell choir. He was also in the Jubilee choir.
Yes, he
and
was.
very active in the church. And he was such a good kid.
He loved coming to God's house.
And sometimes that can be confusing for people, because when you have someone that is living right, serving the Lord, and then their life is cut short at such a short age,
Yes.
just being only 14,
Yes, he
that can be
was.
confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But God's ways are perfect. We
They're
don't know how long
perfect.
we're going to be on this earth.
Yes, and I'm glad he's with the Lord and doesn't have to suffer this world anymore.
A lot of times people ask why, but God has his reasons.
He does.
And, if he wants your loved one in heaven, He's going to take them.
He is,
But
yes.
he's also mindful to get you prepared.
He did. It was marvelous what he did for us.
And I know he helped you in a great way. Is there anything you would like to tell to the audience?
The thing that for me is to bring your children up in the fear of the Lord. I mean, they need to know God. They need to have that opportunity, to make that decision whether they want to serve God or not. But if they never have the opportunity, that's not good at all, So, and they can be happy. It's all about, God wants us to be happy.
Yes.
And have a good life.
And because Evan was raised up in the Lord, he's now in heaven enjoying all the benefits of heaven.
Yes, he is.
Well, we need to take a quick break here. Friends, stay with us. We have more to come. We'll be right back.
Losing someone in your life is one of the hardest experiences you will ever have to face. For everyone around you, life continues on, but for you, life has stopped. Even in a world full of people, you feel like you're all alone because that one you love so much is no longer there for you to see, to touch, and to talk to. Jesus will help heal your broken heart. He will put you back together piece by piece and give you the strength to live again. Your loved one will always be missed. But the Holy Spirit will comfort you and turn the torment of your loss into beautiful thoughts that will last forever. With Jesus, life can go on in spite of your pain. If you are one who is grieving the loss of someone special in your life, come and visit us at Grace Cathedral and believe for you to find help in your time of need.
Welcome back. And Wanda, we want to thank you for being on the show today and for sharing how God really helped you during the passing of your grandson.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Friend, none of us are promised tomorrow. Today is the day of salvation. I'd like to give you this opportunity right now to ask Jesus Christ into your heart. Pray with me and say, "Oh God, save my soul. Forgive me for my sins. But I have come home to serve you the rest of my life. Come into my heart, Jesus. Come on in, Jesus." Amen. Friend, if you meant that prayer, you have Jesus Christ in your heart. Come and be with us in the services. God bless you.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
We would love to hear from you. If you are encouraged or blessed by today's program, let us know. You can email us at ogf@thegracecathedral.org or write to us. This program has been made possible by the friends and partners of Ernest Angley Ministries.